Let's talk about arithmetic series. First, what does a series and a sequence mean? Check this list of numbers. If you look closely, you can see that the difference between one number and another is always the same. In other words, the numbers are increasing at the same rate. This is known as a sequence. The rate is known as the common difference. If we add them up, we get a series. The sum of an arithmetic series could be determined two ways. One, by just adding all the numbers using a calculator or your brain, but as the numbers grow, it becomes hard. Another way is by taking the average of the numbers and multiplying by the number of numbers. Why does this work? Because we know the average is just the sum of all numbers divided by the number of numbers. If we multiply by n cancels out, and we are only left with the sum. You might be thinking, how is this any better? We still need to calculate the sum, but the thing is, if the data points are increasing at a fixed rate, that is, if the numbers are a sequence, then the average of the sequence will be the middle number of the sequence. This is because of that definition of average, if anyone is wondering. So we can find the average of a sequence by adding the first and last number and dividing by 2. But what if you are only given the first few numbers of the sequence? That is, you don't know the last number. In this case, let's look at the characteristics of a sequence. Look closely. The second number is the first number plus the common difference. The third number is the first number plus 2 times the common difference, and so on. And look, the nth number of the sequence is just the first number plus n minus 1 times the common difference. And we can just substitute that into our previous equation. And after some simplifying, we get the sum of a series is this.